Hello friends, I am Chetan Singadia from Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. You are watching the video lecture series of the subject of Cloud Infrastructure and Services. Today we are going to see the Amazon Elastic Beanstalk, that is one of the compute service of Amazon Web Service. Now let us see in detail what is Elastic Beanstalk. Cloud computing is reshaping the entire application development process. A number of cloud vendors, including Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure, offers development tools to help make the process more simple and secure. AWS Elastic Beanstalk is one such development tool implemented based on PaaS model. This PaaS model is nothing but a platform as a services model. The another aspect of this Elastic Beanstalk is an easy to use service for deploying and scaling web applications and services developed with Java programming language, .NET, PHP, Node.js, Python, Ruby, Go, and Docker on familiar servers such as Apache and so on. With AWS Elastic Beanstalk, a developer can deploy an application without provisioning the underlying infrastructure while maintaining high availability. So friends, this is what the basic introduction of Elastic Beanstalk. Now we would like to see the Elastic Beanstalk components. There are certain key concepts which you will come across frequently when you deploy an application on Beanstalk. The first component is application component. An application in Elastic Beanstalk is conceptually similar to a folder. An application is a collection of components including environments, versions, and environment configuration. Next component is application version. An application version refers to a specific labeled iteration of deployable code for a web application. An application version points to an Amazon S3 object that contains the deployable code such as a Java var file. So friend, this is what an application and application version component of Elastic Beanstalk. Now let us see next component, that is environment. Environments within Elastic Beanstalk application is where the current version of the application will be active. Each environment runs only a single application version at a time. But it is possible to run same or different versions of an application in many environments at the same time. Next component is environment tier. Now based on the requirement, Beanstalk offers two different environment tiers. The first one is web server environment and another one is worker environment. In the web server environments, it handles HTTP requests from the clients. In the worker environment, it processes background tasks which are resource consuming and time intensive. Now, here is an illustration to show how application and application version and environments related to each other. Also, you can see here how WinStick environment using default container type looks like. So you can see environment EC2 instance is 1 where there are servers, EC2 instance is 2, auto scaling, elastic load balancer, and so on. Now we would like to see the architecture of Elastic Beanstalk. Before getting into Elastic Beanstalk architecture, let's answer the most frequently asked questions. Like, what is an Elastic Beanstalk environment? Environment refers to the current version of the application. When you launch an environment for your application, Beanstalk asks you to choose among two different environment tiers. That is nothing but web server environment or worker environment. Let's understand in detail one by one. The first environment, web server environment. Application version which is installed on the web server environment handles HTTP requests from the client. In the previous figure, we have seen that the example of AWS Elastic Beanstalk architecture for a web server environment tier and shows how the components is the type of environment tier work together. The next environment is Beanstalk environment. This environment is the heart of an application. When you launch an environment, Beanstalk assigns various resources that are needed to run the application successfully. So this is what Beanstalk environment. Next, we would like to see Elastic Load Balancer. When the application receives multiple requests from a client, Amazon Route 53 forwards this request to the Elastic Load Balancer. The load balancer distributes the requests among EC2 instances of auto scaling group. Friends, here you have seen Amazon Route 53. This we will see in our next lecture. So this is what Elastic Load Balancer. Now let us see what is auto scaling group. An auto scaling group automatically starts additional Amazon EC2 instances to accommodate increasing load on your application. If the load on your application decreases, the Amazon EC2 auto scaling stops the instances but always leaves at least one instance running. So this is what the use of auto scaling group. Next one is host manager. It is the software component which runs on every EC2 instance that has been assigned to your application. The host manager is responsible for various things like generating and monitoring application log files, generating instance level events, and last one is monitoring application servers. So friends, this is what an host manager. Now let us see what is security groups. Security group is look like a firewall for your instance. Elastic Beanstalk has a default security groups which allows the client to access the application using HTTP port 80. It also provides you with an option where you can define security groups to the database server as well. The below image will show you what we have learned about the web server environment. That is security groups, elastic load balancer, EC2 instances, auto scaling group and availability zone. So friends, this is what all about the web server environment. But what if the application version installed on web server tier keeps denying multiple requests because it has encountered time intensive and resource consuming tasks? While handling a request, well, this is where the worker tier comes into the picture. Now let us see what is worker tier. A worker is a separate background process that assists web server tier by handling resource intensive or time intensive operations. In addition, it also emails notifications and generates reports and cleans up databases. This makes it possible for the application to remain responsive and handle multiple requests. The worker process knows which task to handle and when. How do these two environment tiers communicate? For that, we use a message querying service by AWS Cell Amazon, that is Amazon Simple Queue service, that is nothing but SQS. Now let us see with the help of these given images that rough idea of how the worker process receives and handle background tasks. Now you can see this figure. A client is requesting to the server, which is nothing but web server, and server passes this request to SQS, and that SQS sends this message to the worker environment, that is through HTTP post, and then worker once again respond with the HTTP response. So this is what and worker environment. The workflow of the work process is fairly simple. When you launch a worker environment tier, Elastic Beanstalk install a daemon on each EC2 instance in the auto scaling group. This daemon pulls the request sent from Amazon SQS queue. Based on the queue priorities, SQS will send the messages via post request to the HTTP path of work environment. The work on receiving the message execute the task and sends the HTTP response once the operation is done. SQS on receiving response message deletes the message in the queue. If it fails to receive a response, it will continuously retrieve and sending the messages. So friends, this is what AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Now in the next lecture we will see the how and deploy an application on Elastic Beanstalk. Thank you.